Hi, and welcome back to the Positive Prepper. I'm talking to you today from our new apiary that's going in. The two boxes that you see behind me have roughly 10-15,000 bees in them. Not each, but between them. And then, of course, we have more boxes ready to go when we get the bees here. I hope you all had a blessed Mother's Day. Hopefully you helped your significant other feel special on that wonderful day. I just want to talk real briefly, just for a couple of minutes, about prepping fatigue. Prepping fatigue is a real thing. It seems like, the sky is falling on us every day, right? The wars, the shortages, the pipeline now that was hacked by a Russian group or whatever, restaurants not being able to get workers, and it just seems like it's a constant barrage of news that could potentially have an impact on you or your loved ones. Now, I'm not saying that these things aren't real, because they are. They are real concerns. They are real things that we should be thinking about when we talk about prepping. It was pretty easy for them to attack that, to cyber attack, right? That grid for the pipeline. And I can only imagine how that might just be the first card drawn, right? They might be dealing out a whole deck here as time goes on. We'll have to see. So yes, there's a lot coming at you, but there's also a real thing called prepper fatigue. It's kind of where you feel like, oh, good grief, not another thing, right? Like, I've already stocked all the food that I can stock. All my gas tanks are full. I'm ready to go, and I don't want to hear about anything else, and I don't want to know more stuff that I could be doing. And that's a real thing. And that's part of the reason why one of the things that I talk about is not to let this stuff overwhelm you. Stay away from the news when you can. Obviously kind of stay up to date on what's going on, because you don't want to be kind of taken by surprise, right? But you don't want to get to the point where you are so overwhelmed that you just shut down and you stop prepping altogether. That's probably the worst thing that you can do. So as I talked about in that mental health video that I did, if you haven't seen it, take a minute to watch it. But make sure that you're stepping away and doing things fun, things that fill your soul. Continue seeking a relationship with God. Do these things that are positive for you. But I'm also going to say that now is not the time to be complacent in your prepping. Okay, the more that you are bombarded by things and the sky is falling every day, and you sift through that noise and you weed out the static, there are still very real threats in that, okay? So I would just say to you to step away for a day or two if you have to. Give yourself some time and then regroup, come back. Some of the things you might want to be focusing on right now is filling all your fuel resources. So filling up all your gas tanks, filling up all your propane tanks, okay? Just as that added extra security. Keep stacking the food, of course. Now, because of this grand solar minimum, I live here in Wisconsin, and it has been so cold. I'm outside right now. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is cold. The wind is cold. So growing season for us is going to be a little bit later than normal. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. But just keep working on those things. But make sure that you step away when you need to and just take a minute to breathe, right? Let all that bad stuff out. Loosen up your stomach. If I could do positive imagery, relaxation right now with you, I would. I'm used to doing that with kids, not with adults, but just do what you have to do to kind of calm down a little bit, step back, don't panic shop, right? Take a couple minutes and then, just keep working at it, doing what you can. Now is not the time to be complacent, but keep an eye on your prepper fatigue too and make sure that you take time out when you need to. All right? I hope you all take care today. God bless.